Welcome to Party Chat, the new segment where I basically take any topic I please and just talk about it because why the hell not? Okay. I think I'm actually relatively hyped. Actually, you know what? I'm really hyped for Red Dead Redemption 2 now. I've been intrigued by Red Dead Redemption 2 ever since it was originally announced back in 2016 now. It's been quite a while. Obviously, there's been a lot of buzz surrounding it, and every time that there's a new trailer that releases, every time that there's news about the game, a large portion of the gaming community always gets excited. And for me, as someone that never played the first Red Dead Redemption, has never really had any kind of connection with Rockstar Games, I felt as though I was always watching on the sidelines, I guess trying to understand what the big deal is. Obviously, GTA 5 continues to sell ridiculous amounts of copies literally every single month somehow, even though it came out in 2013. The world knows and understands that Rockstar make quality gaming experiences. But Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018 is going to be the first game that Rockstar is natively developing for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One hardware, which is actually a pretty mad statistic when you think about the amount of games that Rockstar developed back in the 360 and PS3 generation. But people were never just excited about Red Dead Redemption 2 because Rockstar's making it, but because people loved Red Dead Redemption 1 so much. I personally never really feel the need to go back and play older games, but that is one I do feel as though I missed out on. So Red Dead Redemption 2 gets announced, fans of the original game are excited because they like this franchise, they like the series, and gamers in general get excited because a Rockstar game announcement and reveal is a big deal. And not just because of the recent scarcity in their games that we've seen, but because we know the quality experiences they give to us. But I just wasn't quite on board all the way originally. The original reveal trailer almost 2 years ago now gave us pretty much nothing except a look at some pretty scenery, but at that time there was no way for us to be able to tell if that was actually gameplay, or if it was going to be in any way accurate to the final product. So at that stage, I was only remotely interested in Red Dead Redemption 2, basically because everyone else was. They released another story trailer, I believe, at some point in 2017. And again, it revealed more details about the protagonist, who is going to be Arthur Morgan, and showed off just some more characters and some more world stuff, but really didn't give us a glimpse really into the gameplay at all once again. And the same thing applied to the third story trailer that they released, I think it was earlier this year. I'm probably wrong on that, who knows. They released that third story trailer after they kept delaying the game a bunch of times, the one that had John Marsden in it from the first game. And that, for me, basically just did exactly what the second trailer did. It gave us another look at the story, maybe a few new characters, story beats, again, just looking at the world. And throughout all this, the one consistent thing was that the game constantly looked really pretty, and the engine itself looked incredibly impressive, the animations and everything that Rockstar were using. So that stuff looked cool, but still, nothing that was getting me remotely hyped for the game. But this all changed when they released the gameplay reveal just a few weeks ago. Because holy crap, I went from being passively intrigued by Red Dead Redemption 2 to now being all aboard the hype train. And even though I never played the first one, even though I don't really have a history with Rockstar Games, I'm really looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2 now after what we saw from the gameplay trailer. Obviously, it looks freaking insane. I've said it before millions of times, but I'll say it again, graphics are not that important to me. However, the graphics on this game, the graphical fidelity and the environments and the animations and the character models, it all looks absolutely freaking awesome. It looks insane. It seems to have levels of detail I've never seen before in a video game. That, after all, is what Rockstar is known for. They're known for raising the bar when it comes to graphics and tech in video games, and in particularly in open world games, and they seem to be doing all of that again. The shot where Arthur is on his horse and we see the large landscape ahead of him, and we get a glimpse of the whole open world, that shot was breathtaking. It was fantastic. It was that shot in particular that really stuck with me because I love open world games, and the way that looked graphically, of course, but also the feeling that I'm going to, within a matter of months, be able to fully explore this insanely detailed, seemingly Wild West world was what really got its hooks into me there. Arthur seems like a pretty cool character from what we've seen so far. One thing that fans of the original Red Dead Redemption always loved was John Marsden as a character, so I'm sure Rockstar will be able to once again pull off a really interesting main protagonist in Arthur Morgan this time around. The whole camp mechanic that they also showed off regarding the Van der Linde gang basically acting as a hub of sorts for the player, where you play mini games, chat to NPCs, collect quests, graphics. All of that seemed pretty cool as well. Another major thing that got me really excited was the world interactivity that I was seeing. Moments that allowed Arthur to interact with NPCs in the environment in an organic way. Like simple things when he was able to call out to passing horse riders, and when they showed off the different options that players can make when approaching certain situations as him, and the freedom that they showed off with how players can approach certain situations as Arthur. That stuff looked really cool to me, because even though the world looks pretty and even though I'm sure it's going to have lots of cool and fun side quests, there are a never-ending list of open world games releasing these days that have these things, that have beautiful worlds, that have lots of crap to do on the map, that have interesting side quests. Well, I guess I'm using the term quote-unquote interesting pretty loosely there. Nonetheless, those are things that we see a lot of in open world games, and even though generally I do enjoy that formula, I am looking for those things in Red Dead Redemption 2 that seem to be either raising the bar or just seem to be relatively unique to the experience, and those interactions seem to be a big part of that. We got very little look of combat or gunplay of any kind in this trailer, but I'm confident that that's going to play fine. Rockstar never, in my opinion, has had a problem with their gunplay. It's never been top-notch stuff, but it's always got the job done, and they're probably going to look more into the gameplay side of things in the next trailer that they reveal, which I'm pretty sure is actually coming soon, so I'm actually looking forward to that now. So yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2, I went from being passively kind of interested, I guess, to now being super hyped for it simply because of that gameplay reveal. It showed me a beautiful, alive open world, seemingly with some really interesting ideas and some new ways that we're going to be able to interact with NPCs that we're currently not used to in our generic and formulaic open world games that we get. And all that detail, man, holy crap, those animations and all the small stuff, I'm sure it's going to be freaking fantastic. The hype train is rolling all the way through to October.